There you go. Hello, sketchbook warriors and sketchbook heroes. We are here at the last month of the year. We made it through. Wow, incredible. So we're going to be drawing simple to complex. We're going to start off simple. We're going to start off with this snowman. Then we're going to go off into this bear. And then we're going to get, oh yeah, we're going to do some practice drawing forms. That's the next level. We're going to practice drawing some forms. And then we're going to be drawing some holiday scene. Let me share my screen so you can see actually. It is on our meetup. So here, let's see. Let me share that. And this is the holiday scene we will be drawing tonight. So we're going to break that down. That's probably the most complex one, but it's really good to see this and break it down. We're going to try to break that one down. And these are the other ones. So we're going to be drawing those forms. And then we're going to be drawing snowman. Let's zoom in. Snowman or snow person. And then our bear. All right. Let's do this. All right. All right, let's just get started. All right. We're going to start here. So, yeah, good thing to wait. If you're waiting, just draw circles. That's a basic form. The more you practice, and it's good to just relax. You got to know why you're drawing. What's your why? Starting with a good why. It's your purpose. What's the purpose? There's a lot of reasons to draw. Um, One, to just practice observational drawing, which is what we do. We practice our drawing what we see. I'm gonna just let's warm up. If I can, let's see, get this pen started, warmed up. There we go. The pen's starting to warm up. I'm gonna use just a regular old pen. Advertising, I won't. Oh, DWP. There we go. This doesn't matter. You see practice drawing circles. Doesn't have to be a perfect circle. It's good to kind of sketch them in. You got to sketch in your circles. So these are good practice, good relaxing, good practice to just try to draw little circles, big circles, different sizes, and get that going. We're gonna sketch out a circle. You can see how light I can get, and we're gonna draw our snow person. Here we go. All right, all right. Oh, I'm going to start off with the circle, the head, and I can see that the body's smaller. So it's all about relationships, seeing the relationships. So one relationship is the height to the width, and we call that ratios. We call it rap to draw, RAPPP. If you're new here, we actually have 40 people that are signed up that are have been here before, and we have 10 people that are new. So if you're new, welcome. All right, we all right. I see you guys all lit up right here. My I can see all the names out there. I'm gonna feel like what was that? Romper room. I can see Marcos. I can see Annie. I can see Derek. That's cool. All right, good. Let's get this started. Then you can draw at your own pace. We're just observational drawing. We're looking at this. If you want to, again, it's in. You can screenshot it right there. It is in the. It is in the meetup. So we're gonna start off with that one. And you can draw at your own pace. We're going to draw that circle. Just draw right ratios. We're looking at the height and the width. It's pretty circle. It's pretty round. So it doesn't matter the size. You can see me sketching it in right there. Look at that. Hey, wow. Whoa. And then we got, let's see what's next. Let's make sure our drawing's in there. And then we got, oh, the body. And it's symmetrical. It's except for the hat. The hat is at an angle. I can draw a light symmetrical line in there. I can see, let's see how, it looks almost the same height, same width with a little squeeze at the top, a little oval shape. Um, oh, I can do this. See, I can see the relationships. How does this relate to the head? Right? I can actually bring the sides up and I can see the relationship there, right? That kind of helps. If I just draw these sides going up. Um, and That's almost like a square as well. Squares are great because same height, same width, right in there. It looks like it's right about there. If I got that width, I can bring that width down. See that width there? And that kind of helps. That'll help kind of get the body in. Try to see that square that's on top. And you look for these relationships to get your drawings more accurate. And the more you practice that, the better you'll get. It's about progress, not perfection. You want to do the best you can always. Some days you're doing better than others, and it's good. The importance is persistence and patience and all those practical pickleball and Pilates words. All right, so here we go. Let's see. We do go down a little bit further. Oh yeah, look at that. Look how rounded that is. So it's from here to here. Once we have that circle and that relationship, look at that. And it just comes down. It just almost draws itself. Yeah, if you see the relationships, yeah, and that's the thing. And then you can see this kind of comes up at that angle. Well, it's a little bit more rounded. It is an angle, but it's rounded. I can almost see that angle. And there's the body. And it's underneath the scarf and the head. And I can kind of imagine it. There we go. Kind of almost like a Hershey's kiss. And there we go. Take a look at that. All right. So if you have any questions, put it in the chat. Welcome. We got a couple more people coming in. All right, all right. We are trying. Another person just came in. Awesome. Welcome, welcome. We are getting started. We start on time and go till we drop. We used to go till 10, 11. I don't know. We have several drawings we'll be drawing tonight. So those of you coming in a little late, practice your circles. Now, ooh, let's take a look. Let's see what else. All right, we got that hat. That's going to be a little bit of a challenge. We know it's not in the middle. Every time I see a circle, we can always break it into fourths as well. Use the fourths right there. Everything's above that, and here's the fourths that there and there. And I can see that the hat is up here and at an angle. Angles don't really change. Once you see an angle, angles, you can go really big with an angle and keep it. And I'm drawing this side by side, which actually really helps. It's harder when you're looking at your screen than looking down, up and down. When it's side by side, this makes drawing a little bit easier. We got this angle here. This angle coming up. Trying to capture that angle and how it's cut. See, here's the half. It's right. It's probably right at the fourth. Right at the fourth. And there's our little bell. The bell's brought to you by, no, I don't know, no commercials. Yeah, our YouTube channel, our YouTube channel joined. We're at like 500 subscribers right now, I think. We need another 500, but I haven't really pushed it. And yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We need to push that. We need to actually produce quality videos. We do produce quality videos as far as the content, but I need to like, you know, edit them and make them look good and put thumbnails and that's not there. It's just the raw video that we draw tonight. There's another person coming in. Welcome. Now this I can see the height and the width compared. You see that this in there. This is about a fourth of the way. See, this is half of that circle and a half of that from there to there. See, and that angle that gets us that hat that's there. Yeah, right across there, that rectangle. Parallel lines. There's those two parallel lines, and then this there. I can see how far it goes out. It just goes out just a little bit. Right there, right there. Now the hat up here. Here we go. Let's go with the hat up on top. Turn up the volume. All right, can you guys hear me? All right, I don't know. All right, there we go. It's so light, I can barely see what you're drawing. Yeah, I know. Let's see, good chat. Let me go a little closer. Well, I do that. Yeah, I do that so I can then go back in here and maybe need a juicy pen because it's good to go light. And then once you are happy with it, then you go darker. You can go darker. I think that should help a little bit. But then we lose our picture over here. Let's go back a little bit. There we go. That's a good spot right there. Yeah, thank you for that comment. Um, yeah, so I do draw light, and then afterwards can go darker. And as you build your confidence, you're like, okay, boom, this is right. And it's a good habit to draw lightly and then just build your drawings up. All right, so here's some little bit overlapping. Oh, let's finish the hat. And it is at an angle, so if we had an axis line, it would kind of go at an angle. It would follow these lines here. It is a really slight angle. I can kind of copy these three lines here. And then up here, I got to see how far high it goes. And that would be probably right about there. Right about there, I would say. Let me see. I can see there's probably like almost like two squares. Yeah, it's a little hard. Sometimes it's a little hard to describe, but let's just go ahead and do the best you can. If the ratios are off, it's not a big deal. You can always come back. But that's one of the challenges, getting the ratios, the height compared to the width. It looks like there's two squares in there. It looks like it's about twice as wide as it is tall. And then we've got that little brim, a little brim. And it all depends on how accurate you want to get. Sometimes we're just sketching for fun. And when you're like super caught up in trying to make it super accurate, sometimes you lose the purpose. We were back to the purpose. What's the purpose? Sometimes you just want to sketch ideas. Sometimes you're just observing. We're getting more people coming in. Eladio, I think you have the background. What? Oh, let me see. Let's look. We got something in the chat. Uh, I think you have the background blur feature turned on. No. Oh, it might be. I don't know. It might be. It might be. I don't know. You know what it is? The new settings for the Zoom have I don't know. They've been changing these settings, and I haven't really gone in there to really spend time. It's been a busy time. I haven't been home. I've been at my mom's and elsewhere. So let's see. Now we got the decoration of that brim right there. Let's see. There's no rhyme or reason. There's like one, two, if we want to get accurate, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. That one's smaller. But eight, so we have one in the middle and then four on each side. And it's a nice and even number. So cut that in half, cut that in half. And they're not really straight. Cut that in half, cut that in half. This one on the end is a little bit smaller. Cut that in half, cut that in half. And that's really close. That's really close. We can move these, adjust them as we draw them a little bit darker. And there's the brim. But it's not the brim. This is the brim. I don't know what that is called. I'm sure it has a name. Everything has a name. Yeah, which reminds me of a story. It reminds me of the story of Helen Keller. Helen Keller. Helen Keller was learning, and yeah, she's an amazing woman, actually. She was blind, deaf, and Sullivan, that's who it was. She was teaching her and stuff, and when she realized everything had a word, she was just like, "What's this called? What's that called?" I mean, there was this excitement, at least in the movie that I saw many years ago. But it is true. Everything has a name, you know. There's a name. You can name stuff. You can name your feelings. You can name, and they're actually kind of interesting. But everything has a name. And even these probably have little names. This little feelers. There we go. Just curls in. They're just curls in there. And try to draw them, observe, look and draw at what you see. It's really a little bit hard to describe. All right, let's do the face. All right, I can see here's my middle. I can see the ratios of this. This is a really big nose. The eyes are really close together. Really gives it character. I really liked this caricature, carrot on the nose, caricature. It gives it character. All right, so let's get this. Oh, there's 3 points here. Let's get the 3 points. That's the point. Okay, so here's our middle line. Our eyes are going to be right in that middle area. So if you don't have that middle line that goes in the middle, that's where the eyes are going to be. So we're going to go a little bit below that. Here's going to be our first point. Our other point is going to be up here. Let's put it way out here. Because all you need is 2 points to make a line. So we're going to see where our points are. Here's another point. And the other point is down here at an angle coming down, a slight angle. And we're going to curve that right now. But what's important is getting the placement of everything. Here we go. Oh, that brings it down to the other fourth down here. So this is half, that's a fourth, and this is another fourth, that bottom line down there at a fourth. Okay, so this side, this triangle, this cone, it's actually a cone, is going there from there. See? One line, two lines, and this is overlapping. It goes over our circle. So that part right there, if you can erase it, erase it. If you can't, like I can, you can just shade it over. I'm going to shade it over and then add the little details. Details go last. We try to see the big shapes first. And then we're going to curve that from here to here. So you just curve that. Boom. It's like pulling that line. There we go. All right. There's another familiar face. Welcome. Haven't seen you in a minute. I won't say names now. All right. There's the placement of the carrot. Let's get these, and then it actually echoes this curve here. All these lines here echo. And that's going to go back to what we're going to be doing after our second drawing tonight. We're going to be doing that's cross contour drawings. That's cross contour on our forms. So they do kind of curve. It gives helps give it some form. All right, so we're gonna let's add those curves. I mean, how many are there? There's three right here. That's four on this side and three on the top. Try to get them where they're going. Here's one right here. This one's almost right there, but there's a slight curve to them. This one, skip a space, do that one. It's that texture on that carrot. There we go. That's what these little lines are. And it goes, they alternate. They alternate. One on top, one on the bottom, and then on the bottom, and then up. I'm gonna bake it right there. I'm gonna even shade it. I'm gonna shade the bottom like there's a shadow. This will give it a little bit of form right there. Yes, you can shade with a pen, with a regular ballpoint pen. There's our nose. Let's get the eyes on in. The eyes will give it a lot of character. Two little circle eyes right in there. We made space right in the middle. One on one side, one on the other side. And see, then we can make them bigger if we need to. I'm gonna make it bigger, maybe a little bit closer as I adjust. There we go. Two eyes. Really cute. And give it that cute smile. Cute smiles on this side. See how it fits. It's not, you can see where the middle is. See, I always do fractions. There's that middle there. It's going to be on this side of that middle, right? See, so here's the middle. It's going to be on that side of the middle. All right, so it's on this side of the middle, right in here. Actually, yeah, right in there. See how it fits right in there, right on that middle line too, right under that middle line. Maybe, yeah, that's pretty good, right there. And then it just comes down like a J, right up in there. All right, welcome, welcome. Another person's connecting audio. We're here. We're getting it going. We start off simple and then we get a little more complex. Start off with a cute, cute little snowman here. Snow person. There's little dots if you want to put that little texture, or actually, it's right at the edge. So, I mean, there's a lot of ways to do it. Ooh, let's do that. Scarf. It's just a little, like a ribbon, a little rounded ovalish right in there. How it overlaps. And see how I'm going darker here now? Yeah, I know I start off light. There we go. And then let's get that body in there. That's that body. And is he melting? What's going on here? Or is this shadow? Could be a shadow. It's just an oval shape down here. The oval shape at the bottom. Notice how it's right in the middle. Actually, this is a good point. There's an oval shape here, and I'm going to put the axis lines on it so you can see how it sticks out and how it actually is like right in the middle of that oval shape. Right? That overlapping of that. More like reverse. Somebody put in the comments. And then the buttons I can see here, the button's going to be on top of that one, and then the other one right above that. Right. Well, actually, it should have been a little bit higher, maybe. Not a big deal. There we go. And then there's like a little button in the middle. Yeah, I was looking at a video today. It said 42 things you should know how to do. I'm like, okay, I knew how to do most of them. Even one of them was sew a button. One of them was to drive stick, or manual vehicle. All right, now, ooh, these lines here are straight. I'm gonna put a little bit of curve on them just to make it a little bit more real, more real and more yeah. There we go. So I'm adding these. There's two on each side. Oh, I'll just put one in the middle. The middle one can go straight up and down. There we go. Make it a little bit wider because it's facing us. And then the two on the side, I curved them a little bit, but just to go with the contour. Oh, we're going to be doing cross contour after our next drawing. There we go. All right, we're almost done. Now, the angles of the hands, with the placement, see where it starts. Here's one. See where it starts. See how far it goes out. Right there. See here, it starts right in there, goes out, right out there. Nice little happy hands. about that far and get the feel of it. And then here, this hand going out there. And it's just practice, practice, practice. And the good thing to do is to try to practice drawing this from memory. That would be good. That's another way of drawing. That actually helps your drawing from imagination, drawing from memory. So, go over this and try to draw from memory. Practice, practice, practice. Practice with a purpose. You can, there we go. There's one hand, another hand. The fingers, actually, these are the fingers. One's a little bit higher. This one's all, look at that angle. It looks, it's horizontal. See that angle, horizontal. Or maybe just throwing them in. And now you can shade it if you'd like. I can shade the hat. Practice your shading. Little pencil control, pen control, writing back and forth, back and forth. There we go. Because we're done. All the shading is the icing on the cake. Values, if you want to see, I can see made the carrot nose a little bit rounded by shading the top and the bottom. And that's it. Go back in there, draw another one if I'm going too slow. If I'm going too fast, let's draw another one really quick. Let's see. Oh, do you think we can do it from memory? Oh, that would be a good challenge. Trying to draw it from memory. Let's see if I can do it really quick. Let's see. We got the head round. We got the body that was kind of coming out right here. And then we got the two buttons. Get them in there. I'm doing it out of order. The nose that was right in here. Oh, the hat. Let's get the hat. I knew it was about a fourth of the way, and it was at an angle. See, just really quick, really quick. Let's see if you can remember and draw from memory these shapes. Get that. Everything's made up of shapes. Yep, yep, yep. That's why they say, why can't you trust matter? Why? Because it makes up everything. All right. There we go. Let's see. One in the middle. Two, 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 two. You see, I'm drawing really fast now. Really quick. There. Not worried about anything in particular. Let's get that nose in there. I know it's stuck out right about there. I think that's it. Oh, the hands. Still need the hands. And the eyes were close together right in there. Then the mouth, which was a fourth right there. And that spot looks like a J curve. And then around this. There we go. That's it. Well, not too bad. I think the hands from memory somewhere in there like that. Mm-mm-mm. That's it's still cute. The size of the nose really sells it, and the eyes close together. It's not your regular. I mean, I don't know. When you draw a snowman, everybody draws it the same. This one really has character because of the scale, the different sizes and stuff. All right, let's go with our next drawing. Here we go. Our next drawing is the bear. Bear, bear necessities. All right, now this one's look at this one has a little bit more of an oval shape, just a slight push to the sides. And then if you want to screenshot it, there it is. You can screenshot it. Yeah, there is some kind of blur. I can see it. There we go. So you can screenshot it. Simple shapes. You can see that square shape right in there. Ooh, very similar to our last drawing. Let's do this. I'm probably going to draw this a little faster. Oh, that was pretty quick. Let's draw it in here. I'm going to draw on the same page. Same page. Should we fold it? Yeah, we'll put it over like that. Actually, yeah, we're going to fold it right there. We'll draw it right into space. I can imagine it right in here. I can actually just really quickly sketch it. I can see the head can be right here. Look at the big shapes. The heads will be right about there. And then a square right underneath for that body. And then the feet will kind of go off that square. Just like that. Just like that. I know it's going to fit right in there because I can imagine it. Use your imagination. It's the greatest nation. Imagine it. Imagine, if you will, the Twilight Zone. And if you can't get that oval, start off with a circle. It's really close to a circle. And it's just a slight pull to the sides. Slight pull, very close to a circle. It's just a slight pull on the sides. As far as the ratio, the height to the width. There we go. See, there's our circle shape. I'm going light. Somebody said, you're going too light. Yes, start off light till it's right. And then I don't know. Then when you got then you go dark. I was trying to find a rhyming word. Then when you're ready to hark, go dark. I don't know. There we go. And I'm fixing stuff right here. All right, we have somebody else coming in. Welcome. We're up to 16 people tonight. Happy holidays. I hope everybody had a grateful, thankful Thanksgiving. It's always good to attitude. Gratitude is the greatest attitude. Being grateful. Yep, yep, yep. All right, let's see how everything fits. I can see here. Let's break this into fourths, just like we did with the snowman person. Crazy times we live in. You can see right in the middle, right in there. You can see the nose goes right above it. And then our center here, eyes right in there. It really helps with the placement. Because that's one of the challenges, your placement. That's one of the P's in rap to draw placement. Placement proportions. So we have R ratios, the height to the width. And then you have angles, which here's angle, height, it's vertical and horizontal, our axis lines. Angles, this is a slight angle here. Angles, and then P is proportions, how big something is compared to something else. That's proportions, and then placement, where things kind of go. And the placement here is right on that center line. So if we draw that, I'm just drawing it really light. You can't, I can barely see it. I know my students would, I can't see it, mister. It's there, look. All right, so the nose goes slightly above that center line. See, that helps with the placement. And then how far does it go out? Wow, it's a pretty big nose. You can see this negative space. This is the negative space in here. If you learn to see that space in there too, you can almost see a circle in there and a circle in there. That kind of, even though those could be cheeks, you kind of imagine those that negative space, and then use that oval shape right in there. The oval shape has probably comes down to fourth, and actually a little bit below the fourth. A little bit below the fourth. So that's the fourth right in there. It goes a little bit slightly below the fourth. If you get the fourth, that would be great because we do have to draw the mouth in there still. You can draw lightly, sketch it lightly, and then just go in there. And if you have a marker or pencil, all right, all right. There we go. The top of the nose has a little line over it that echoes that edge right in there. Could be a highlight, could be, who knows? Hard to tell. A wrinkle, a wrinkle in time. Wow, here we go. Wow, can you guys believe it's been 5 years since we've been doing this online drawing stuff, and about maybe 4 years since we've been recording them. We started off during COVID, and here we are. And some of you guys have been sticking through since then. Pretty cool. Good to see some familiar faces out there. I know some of you actually. I know a couple of you have gone off to do your own artwork and have actually seen your work in a gallery, which is awesome. When you guys are telling me what you guys are up to. Oh, there's our eyes. Could be a little bit closer. I can see that. It could probably a little bit closer. I can make them bigger. I can push it a little bit closer. That's pretty good. All right, that looks good. Then we got the U mouth shape right in there. All right, all right, all right. Did you miss a lot? No, you did not miss a lot. Well, you missed our snow person, and we're drawing our bear right now. Then we're gonna be drawing. We're gonna practice these forms, and then we're gonna be drawing. Ooh, really cooking tonight. Let me see. Ooh, let's see what time it is. Oh yeah, we're through cooking. Well, we're starting off simple. Now our other drawings, maybe we'll squeeze in another picture. So if you find one, feel free to post it. We'll draw it. Or if you're having struggles, struggles are good. Good struggle is good. You actually learn things a lot deeper when you're struggling with it. If you just learn something, you forget. But when you're learning, you're like, I can't get this, I can't get this, and all of a sudden you get it, and it's this aha moment that's just amazing. Like, oh God, why didn't I see this? And you don't forget. I remember one time I was struggling with putting, I didn't put it was back in the day, HTTP in the web address, and I was like, why isn't it working? Why isn't it working? I was creating web pages, and then I figured it out. Like, oh. no, I didn't put HTTP. I had to put that as well. Hypertext protocol. Anyways, all right. So I'm putting triangle of three dots one side and triangle of three dots on the other. This is bear. Barely stand it. There we go. All right, that's looking good. Looking good. He's got these little. No, we won't worry about the detail. We're already getting into details. I love the details, but details is not as important. Detail goes last. Let's zoom in on the face there. All right, now look at this. Here we go. Every time I see a circle, I think of a clock. Right at around here, right around that. Actually, it could be even. Sometimes I even think of this as angles. I can see this at a 45-degree angle. That's where that ear is going to go. Probably easier to explain there, right in the middle of that slice of pie. It's a half circle. There we go, right in there. One, and then two echo like a little rainbow ear. Let's get that other one going. Same thing. If you're having trouble, you can do these guidelines to see what kind of where it goes. That angle kind of really helps. Seeing that angle right in there and how big that other ear is going to be. Yeah, have a sketchbook. Don't worry about making mistakes. Just do them. Draw. And then you make the some mistakes, make the mistakes, and then all of a sudden you get it. You're like, oh, wait a minute. And usually it's wrap. Usually it's like ratios. Your ratios are off, your angles are off. And then you just focus on, okay, I'm just going to focus on my angles. There's only so many angles. You have your vertical, horizontal, and everything in between, which is infinity of angles, but it's really 45 degrees and other angles. Okay, got the ears going. Ooh, let's get this one. All right, we're going to do the scarf. The scarf actually was right in here, right at this angle, this other 45 degree, right on this side. We're going to draw the circle, that circle shape. That's where it's going to start our scarf, right in there. It's smaller than the nose. It's about as big as the ear over here. Maybe this inner ear. And that circle right in there. And then get that scarf going, just like the on our snow person. And it comes across over here. Got to watch where it starts, where it ends. Right in here, this curve. Keep him nice and warm. You know, he's got fur. All right, so we got two. There's one bar here and another bar here. Three bars. Let's start with the middle one, actually here, and it's off center. Or this one. This will help. Usually start like that. Here's this one, this line here, and then this one here. And that's our center bar. Cinnabar, Cinnabon. There's one there, and then the other one's way over here on this side, on that edge. I'm curving it a little bit, give it a little bit more form. Not as much as I curved the snow person. All right, here we go, here we go. More than words. All right, there's that. Happy holidays, everybody. Hope some of you guys are just coming in. Had a grateful Thanksgiving. All right, let's see. Oh, we might have to zoom out. There we go. Is that too far? Let's move the camera in. All right, so we're gonna be doing the body. Now notice it's kind of like a square in here. I can kind of see. I can actually let's get another sheet of paper. Notice the width. Let's get the width in there. Depending on how accurate. There is an angle about the middle, and then I can go here. Ooh, I can see that if I'm bringing it way up here to the where the mouth is, would be square. So it's actually a little bit more. So if I had that from there to there, and bring it down, there's a slight angle. I would say there. Because it is a little more rectangular, but the square would go up to there. And there's a slight angle. You can actually go to, see, it should be right about there and out. Although in the picture it goes to where that circle is. I feel good there. And then the oval hands, ooh, they're on top. So that's why I kind of drew lightly. There's these oval paws. Let's get that center line. There's that center line right in there. And we do, I know somebody says, hello, did I miss a lot? We do have our recordings on YouTube. If you go to the meetup, there's our YouTube link there. Or you can do a search for Sketchbook Hero, all one word. Sketchbook hero, one word. And we are there. One word, sketchbook hero. There's a slight curve to the bottom of the paws, and then try to get it to fit. And actually goes a little bit bigger than the body right in there. There's a slight curve. It's an right there. It's kind of like a circle, oval shape, and then it's cut off with another little curve shape. There it goes. And then we've got the two little divisions to show the paws or the toes right in there. All right, we're getting there. We're getting there. We're really cooking. And again, if I'm going too slow, try drawing two, add stuff, or draw another snowman. Maybe a melted snowman where it's just the hat and it's just kind of like that'd be funny. Yeah, it's about storytelling, telling stories. Another reason to draw. I can see that this here's going to be an oval in here, an oval for that other paw. Start from here. I can see how that oval, slightly oval shape, not a perfect circle. There's an oval there, and there's another oval on this other side, right in there for his other paw. And then there's an angle, oops, from the top. On the bottom, you don't see that. The bottom just is attached to the bottom feet. And you can see the inside of the paw. Let's get this. Let's finish the scarf. He's getting cold. We gotta put a finish the two little scarf ends. All right, all right. There we go. And there's just two lines, one, two, broken into thirds. We can shade the top, little shade, and then the bottom. Unforgettable, that's what you are. Unforbearable. But that doesn't sound right. All right, all right. Practice, practice, practice. Yeah, sometimes you got to go through uncomfort. Uncomfort. There's uncomfortness in learning sometimes. All right. It's looking good. All right, just the detail of the fur around and the big paws. Okay, so right in here I can see that there's an oval right in here. And then the three ovals. We can start off with the middle one on top. That kind of helps with the placement. If you get that middle one, then you can just put the two on the sides. Sometimes it's hard squeezing the stuff in. It's like, wait a minute, I didn't make space, especially when you're first learning about spacing. That's placement. That's one of the hard things to get. It's one of the challenges. Ratios, angles, proportions, and placement. Where does it go? How is it placed there? Probably a little bit bigger. It's probably a little bit wider. There we go. Get that middle oval. And then the ones on the side. There we go. All right. We are recording tonight. We had trouble recording. One of our recordings didn't work. I don't know. I was playing with the layout, I think. Yeah, they added all these settings. It's all about progress. All right, now there's the last detail, the little fur on it. Let's zoom in on the head. It's kind of random. I can try to, shoot for accuracy if you really want to. There's one at the top, right about there, and then there's two on each side. One, two. Just like when we did this, you can get the middle one, then you just see the other ones, and it helps with spacing, even though it looks tighter on that side. Probably should have gone a little bit more to the middle. There's three there, and then there's one at this side, and then there's two above it. One, two, and then there's two below it. One, two. Yeah, that's better. And then really makes it look furry, like a Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear. Fuzzy Wuzzy had no hair. Fuzzy Wuzzy was he fuzzy? Oh, gosh. All right, here we go. There we go. There's another one. This one actually, here's the center, and this have one line above it, one line below it. and then two above it, and then probably two or three below it. Three, I think three below it. Doesn't matter. Five below, four below, five below. That's it. There we go. It was in the news today, five below. They were calling the dollar stock stores, the dollar store stocks. Dollar Tree, and I don't know, I can't remember what other ones. They mentioned that five below though. All right, that's it. Woo! We got a snow scene going with our snow person. Let's take a look. There we go. You can add other stuff, add to your story. Wow, look at that. It looks really good compositionally. Really feeling it. Oh, maybe it is snowing. We got little circles, our practice circles. Good practice. Get some circles in there. Good practice. See, it looks like it's snowing. And that was a happy accident. And just drawing little circles. It's a good practice. Good exercise, good warm up. Get some circles going in there. And look at that. That looks good. A melted snowman. I don't know. All right, we're gonna do some more warm-ups. We're gonna draw these forms. This is next level. We're gonna do the forms, we're gonna draw the houses. And if you have anything, have any pictures you'd like for us to draw, you can throw them in the chat. We'll take on the challenge. But here we go. We're go ahead and draw these forms. So let's see. I don't know if it is in the meetup. Well, it's a little. We'll draw these really quick. It's just a warm up. I'll just talk about this. So if you want to screenshot that or just follow along, that's all good. All right, there's five basic forms. Are they here? We have the sphere. We're missing the pyramid, and we're missing what else are we missing? Huh. One, two, three, three, four. Yeah, that's it. Five. We're just missing the pyramid, which is really similar to a box or a cube. You just bring the one side closer. It's all about the angles. All right. Okay, so what I like about these, this as a warm up, and really like this is that I don't know if you want me to. I saw somebody trying to take a picture of it. All right, so I don't know if you want to try it again. There we go. Five, four, three, two, one. There we go. All right, so all right, we're going to start off with cylinder. Cylinder is actually, ooh, great oval. It has an oval shape, so it's a really good exercise. Just practice drawing ovals. Ovals are everywhere. I mean, you can see this cup here, and I turn the cup, it turns into an oval. So you got to practice those ovals. Even that cylinder, we have that cylinder has that oval shape, and so do the cones. The cones. And then we got two parallel lines. We can actually, let's see, I'm going to draw an axis line there, an axis line here. That center axis line perpendicular, all these math words. And then these two lines are parallel. Make sure they go right off at the tip, right off that tip. I've had students where they draw it like right in there and make it look like a spool, which is cool if that's what you're shooting for, but sometimes they're not. And so I don't know. It's all good. And then we're just going to echo this rounded shape on the end, right in there, rounded shape. We're going to find the center, do the same rounded shape in the middle. These are cross contour lines. These cross contour lines help um, understanding form because it goes, if we were to slice this up, it would slice like that. You see, or we can keep drawing it. We can extend this, make a candy cane, and we can divide that in half again. These cross contour, cross sections, these cross sections. Here we go. We'll draw another one on this other side, divide it into fourths. And then we're going to do two more lines on the sides because they would go straight up and down as well. A little closer to the edge. That would be, there we go, dividing it up. There's one cylinder. Let's do the box. Actually, it's a block. It's technically, it's at an angle here. I'm changing the angle. Zoom in. Let's zoom in a little bit. There's this angle. That's the center. That's the center of our block. And then it's going into perspective. So it's actually coming down. They come down to a point. Let's see. So they would come down to a point. See, I'm kind of exaggerating. Let's keep it in though here. I'm blocking it off. I'm blocking it off. See, so these angles come in. Angles, wrap, ratios, angles, proportions. So there's our angles. Practice looking at seeing angles. Then you've got the center angle, which is probably going to be pretty straight. They kind of should aim to a vanishing point. And this is perspective, and this is why angles is important because you practice drawing angles, and then when you get to perspective, it's like, oh, okay, perspective will make a lot more sense because it's all it is just angles, perspective. So it's you're going to aim for like the center where these two lines kind of meet down here. That's where you're kind of aiming for that center line. Same thing with this one, probably slight angle to it. Trying to find the middle in the middle. Actually, that works too. Find the middle of this line and then the middle of this line and then just connect it. That works too. You can find the middle of this line, and then connect it. And it's gonna angle in, angle in, angle in. And then there's a line down the middle. We'll probably draw the sphere and a cone, and then we're done with this warm up. A sphere and the cone, and then we're done. And we'll move on to we'll move on to our little scene. We've got a scene going. I'll have to put that in the chat. Or actually I'll have to share the screen. Oh, yeah, I didn't print it out. I did not print it out. This line's right in the middle. If you put it a little bit out off center, it actually helps with perspective too, because further away it would be smaller. And here it's closer, it would be bigger because this is the closest line to us. And there's a whole other way of doing that. And it's looks like a Rubik's Cube. It is the cross sections. You can make it longer, bigger. I don't know. Anyways. All right, let's do the sphere. The sphere is really simple as because it's just a circle. The hard part is the roundedness, the axis line. You can find that point. And this point, you can put it anywhere. And that's the point where everything's kind of go. Your latitude, lines of latitude, longitude. It's kind of like an orange, that orange spot. We're gonna just go around and bring it around this way, one way, and then bring it around the other way. It's really like a crescent moon. I think it's gonna be a full moon tonight or tomorrow. Speaking of moon, kind of like a crescent right there that goes there. And then this goes out from there, around that way, out. Kind of like a beach ball. Yeah, it's a good practice to draw a beach ball. Then I'm going to bring this out and around like a little peel around that way. And you can't see part of it. Part of it goes around to the other side. So that's why it's open on this side. I'll probably curve it this way. Right in there. A little different from the picture I'm copying. But I think that feels better for me anyways. And then this is our center. So now we got to do our latitudes. Latitude lines. Should be another oval. I'll probably draw an oval shape right in there. And then another oval shape. The oval shape would kind of come around here, go around there. And then one more. This will probably be the center. Yeah, there we go. It's like slices of an orange. This would be good to draw. That's working on that painting. You can probably do one more right down here. Oops, I'm gonna bring it down and around. Gotta bring it the sides up. Bring that side down. Bring this up. That's pretty good. All right, one more form and we're done. This is like a triangle. It can go in any direction. Let's see. We got our sphere there. It's like a triangle. Let's go this way. There's our point right there. This is going to be quick. And then our make sure it's kind of the symmetrical. So I'm going to pull this side up a little bit. Make it a little bit longer. There we go. Curve this. And then all the other lines just echo this. And this is if it were facing us, it would be an oval in there as well. But it's not. On one of it is. Actually, there's three of them, and two of them are facing us. So let's do that way, actually, if it was facing us. It's a really weird optical illusion, actually. If you had it facing away from us, now it's facing toward us. So it really does this weird thing. And now that it's curving this way, we're going to curve these lines this way, curve them this way. See, cross sections, we're doing the cross section. That's it. And then just get those cross sections there too, going out that way in that direction. They radiate from this point, boom, out. Got one in the middle, then you got the two on the side. And there it is. All right, we're done with our forms. Good. Oh, and the pyramid. We'll do the pyramid real quick. It's just angles. Here we go. See right there. Oh, how would we do this one? This is a good question. Well, we would right down the middle and get that angle there too. Then I would probably get that to the middle and that to the middle, and then break that. I can probably break that into middles again, and then that to the middle. That's how I would probably do the pyramid. Well, that's how I would do the pyramid. Not probably. That is exactly how I would do it. There we go. There's a pyramid. Zoom in. There you go. Really quick. That was quick. Yeah, I could. All right. All right. All right. Okay, let's share my screen. Let's get to that drawing. Let's see. Oh, we're gonna break it apart. Let's see. I wish I could have printed it, but I did not print it. So now we gotta suffer. We gotta suffer here. All right. Thank you for joining us tonight. Let's see. Can I go this way? Ah, there it is. There's our picture. That's the one we're going to draw tonight. I can screenshot it. I wonder. Let me see. It'll probably disappear unless somebody tries to screenshot it. Let me see. Where's our screenshot? That's file. Well, I can upload it as a file. Let me try to screenshot it. Oh, yeah. It'll screenshot will work. All right. So we're going to screenshot this. And then I'm going to capture that. There we go. There it is. Now it's in the chat. Now let's see how we can, yeah, it's in the chat. Now let's see if we can use our tools. Annotate tools. There they are. Ta-da! All right, let's annotate. Let's use blue. Find the middle. I'm going to break this into fourths. That'll kind of helps too. Here, see shift. Oh, no. Control Z. That's not the line we want. We want lines, but not that one. Huh. Oh, there we go. That one. Let's see. I think that's about the middle. All right. Hold shift. There we go. That's about the middle. We're going to just break this into fourths. Right in there. That kind of helps with placement. The one of the problems we have. And then let's do a shape here. Let's draw a square. See where the squares fit. I'll use this one. I'm going to hold shift down, get a perfect square right in there. Let's move this one over. There we go. Now we can move it right there. Let's copy and paste it. Copy, paste. Now you can use that as a unit. Use that as a unit. See, this is exactly the same square. Here's a square space right in there. See, that's one square space. And then we go again. There's like another square space, but this one's extended. That would be good. That's it. That's all we need. 3 squares. That'll get us a really good placement. Let's paste it again. Let's do that. See, 3 squares will get us. Over here, it's less than a square. Above it, let's paste one more time. Above it, you can see that. There we go. See how everything fits. There we go. Less than a square on that side. Let's see how far it goes out. It goes out about a little more than half a square on that. It's just getting the placement of where everything kind of goes. I'm using this as a unit right there, that one. Seeing how everything kind of fits. I think I'll keep that one. Well, let's see, that's about half right there. Go half of a half, that's a quarter right there. See, that's a quarter right there. That looks like about a quarter, maybe over a little bit. It's not. There we go. That's it. That's good. All right. Why don't I screenshot this one more time? We'll screenshot this one, and that way you can have it with the guidelines that I just made. All right. Here we go. There's the guidelines. Capture that. Put it in the chat, and I'm going to download it myself so I can have it as a guide. And there we go. Let's get this one going. This one's going to take a while. This one's going to take a while, at least a half an hour. So, Get your colors if you want to color it. Also, you can there's so much you can do to this. You can what else can you do to this thing? Yeah, you can color it. You can practice drawing, or you can do your own drawing, do your own thing. Well, I think we need to get one more sheet of paper. Hold on. Let's get time for a stretch. Get a stretch. Yeah. Do some chair squats. That's a good one. Some chair squats up and down. Well, I get another sheet of paper here. All right, chair squats. Chair squats. Good exercises. It's good to oh man, realize now how important it is to be in shape, stay in shape. I know they say circles of shape, but you want to stay away from that shape. Too many donuts. All right, here we go. Here's our paper. Ooh, I don't know what it looks like. Let me see. Let's see. Let's do this right. Let's do this right. Okay, I'm gonna start off with our axis line. I'm gonna try to find the center, our axis lines, and then see how far it goes out so I can fit it exactly right on screen. So there's our center line. There's our middle. I'm eyeballing it right there. And then our other center line right about there, horizontal line. Bam, right in there. Oh, see, it didn't even show on the screen. Where's it at? There it is. All right there. All right, good. See, now I'm going to make it fit. Right, I can see the screen right at that edge, and then over here on this edge, right about there. This probably can move it over. Can I move it over? Yeah, let's move it over a little bit. Yeah, that's closer to the middle. That's pretty good. And then right here at the top, right there, and the bottom, right about there. All right, that looks good. All right, I think that's about it. That's my space, but it's not the center. Huh. Something's off. Might be the camera. Oh no, I know what it is. It's a little more that way. That's it. That's better. That's eyeballing it. All right, so we're actually out a little bit further. There we go. Is that yeah, that's it. It's a little further out. That's better. All right, we're here now. All right. All right, we're good. We're good. All right. So our first square kind of is a little off center right in there, and then we have that other square that's going to be right in there. I can kind of see it as one big rectangle right in there. And this is just to get the placement. You can draw this really light. It's just really three squares that are kind of go right in there, right in there. I might have to zoom out, but I think that's a good placement for those three squares. There we go. That's it. I like starting from left to right. That's a sequence. Our process, the how, the magic of the how. How? What's first? What's second? Looking at the big shape. See, I don't see all the detail. This is a really important key. Try to see the big shapes first, and then the middle size shapes, because you'll get lost if you just look at the detail. Now I can see how it's all going to fit. Just like when I fit my our bear, I could see the big shapes. I didn't worry about the little shapes, and look how it fit on our paper. It fit perfectly. There we go. See, that's placement and proportions. All right, so why don't we go ahead and draw this little house first? It's not right in the middle. It's a little bit off center. Here's this square here. We're going to draw from right to left. Usually go left to right. Right in there, there's that line. And this line, they're parallel. There's snow here. It's actually on a little snow hill. So we won't worry about the bottom. Just worry about these two parallel lines vertically. And then we've got that snow triangle coming up to the top right in there. Right in there. Boom. That little rooftop. And it hangs. It hangs. So that rooftop hangs and then goes up and then across to the middle of that square on that side, right in there, right there, up to there. Because then we have that a tree? Yeah, that's a tree. It's in front. Actually, it's in front of our house. Ooh, the shading. Yeah, this tree is in front of our house. Okay, so we've got that. We've got the bottom. Okay, let's draw that. Okay, let's draw that tree that's in front. Yeah, we won't worry about the detail. The tree in the front. Yeah, because then yeah, everybody can be doing the detail all at once. Right in here, it goes probably about that high. Oh, maybe it's going. No, no, that's right. This is our end of our paper here. Right in there. No, that's good. That fits good. It's like a puzzle. Every drawing is a puzzle. All the shapes and how they fit and everything. That's what, and you got to find your puzzle piece, your sizes. Like this one has a lot of pieces to it. So, if you're ready for it, go for it. If you're not, sometimes just go for it anyways. But you got to find where you're at so you don't get too frustrated. Or if it's too easy, you got to find what just, the Goldilocks and take on those challenges. Don't be scared of making mistakes. It's all right. That's where you can see, okay, that's where my limit is, and you just keep practicing till you get it, and you'll get it. You'll figure it out. You'll figure it out. There's a lot of the problems are always the same. It's all when it comes to drawing. It's ratios, angles, proportions, or just practice. You just got to sometimes practice. It's not about the quality. It's about the quantity first. When you're first learning, you do quantity. Quality comes with time. Quality will improve. Already doing the snow on this tree over here. And then we've got one big swoop right in here. I'm already doing detail. I'm just jumping in without saying. I go with the flow, but I kind of got stuff blocked in. And then this big old, it looks like a big old ice cream. That shape right in there. That shape. I really like this picture. It's really simple but complex. All right, back to the house. It's got an oval shape right in there. It's an oval. It's a circle, but it's in space. Yeah, I won't be able to get the detail in there. It's too small for my pen. But it's kind of, I'll do it reverse. There's like a plus sign or axis line. Maybe even draw another line around it. Yeah, no, I kind of missed that. It's all right. Do what you can. Nobody's gonna know. Shh, except us. Here we go. All right, let's do the door. Let's also a little oval here. Put that door. Yeah, all these details, and that's the fun stuff. I really like doing the details. But I got a good sense of space and where everything goes, so I'm not too worried about it. I can jump into the details. But the problem with jumping into the details, sometimes you lose that sense of space. Sometimes you're just drawing one thing, like you're drawing a figure, you draw the head, and then you draw all the other parts, and then it's out of proportion. But when you see the big picture, things don't get out of proportion. Blow things out of proportion. The head's too big, the body's too small. Keep things in proportion. Put a little bit of curve right here off that roof, right on that snow just comes down. And then you can shade it. See, we can get lost in all the detail. Lost in the detail. There's a nice little shade there. This is shaded too, but this side is a little bit darker. A little bit darker. I'm gonna cross contour, cross hatch. That's cross hatch now. If I just did one, it's hatch, and this is cross hatch. Way of shading. Really tight hatch. There we go. Boom. And then this side's gonna be shaded too. The top is a little bit darker. I'm just shading. And it's not as dark as that side. All right. All right, we got our house and two trees. Whew, it looks complex. It looks complex, and there's a lot going on. Let's draw. There's another house over here. This one's in front, so we're going to draw. Ooh, first. There's another house that's in front of that one, so why don't we draw that one first? It's easier to draw that what's in front, and then what's behind can go behind. But we have our space. We have our two squares right here. See, one square and the two squares. Let's get that this house right here. This one that's right here. Here's the middle, it's halfway. I would probably say it's about a fourth. So that's half. That's about a fourth. So about a fourth of the way, quarter, quarter, quarter. And then it comes pa past that middle as well. This house that goes in front. Yeah, it's probably around the middle. I don't know. There's a lot of detail in that back house. Well, not a lot of detail. Let me take a look. Mm, half, yeah, comes about out to a quarter. It's half, half. Well, I want to keep some space in there because I want to put the door, but it should kind of come out a little bit more. If I need to bring it out, I can bring it out. Anyways, here's the top of that roof, just going straight across, and then it comes down. We're focusing on that roof, and then the snow just going up and down. But this top of the roof is horizontal line. Then you got the sides going at two angles. I can imagine them kind of going up. That's a pretty good angle. I'm just gonna, that's just gonna fake in the roof, fake in the snow. Okay, ooh, this is one way to do it. Right from that corner, look at, ooh, I can see that. I can see those two little bumps. I see them as one. And then there's a little, the roof, the center is gonna be right about there. See, this is what I see. Sometimes I connect things together. So these two little humps are connected as one, and that's the where the middle of that middle of that door is going to be. So now I can go back over here and say, okay, there's two. It's almost like a W, or no, it looks like more like an M. It's up and then down and up and then down, right in there. See, that's that like M, or it looks like a bird right in there. It fits right in there. And then on this side, it's this one's a W, a big W, right in the middle as it comes up and down. See that wavy. See, boom, we just broke it into pieces. Then it goes over here, and then there's that center of that door. Then it comes down and then down, like right in there, kind of like that. Looks good, looks good. All right, let's put in the windows. The windows, there's going to be one window here. And again, it's really small, so I should have drawn it bigger. Oh, I should have moved the camera back. That's what I should have done. Oh well, it's all good. Sometimes you just go with it and just say next time. Next time. See, mistakes, don't let mistakes bring you down. I had a sketchbook that helped me get my scholarship, and it said I had non-discouragements, non-discouragements, because it was a drawing that was kind of bad. It didn't get me discouraged. Bring out the courage. All right, this other window, there's two windows, and then there's a door in between. I'm just getting the two windows right here at that center. That's where that door is going to be. Yeah, and if you these window panes are light, I'm doing them dark. So if you take your time, go back, and I'm just showing you how I break it down. It's not really the perfection, it's the process. It's the process. How did I do it? You can see how I did it, how I break things down. And you learn how to break things down, and it looks hard, but if you learn to break things down, see where everything goes, how it all fits, and then you can do it too. Some practice. All right, we got some snow here. Let's do this snow. There's a slight, nice flowing curves right in there. See how that little mountain, that little hill, little Hank Hill. I'm going to shade the house. Why not? I see all the curves. That makes it looks like snow up there on top. And there's that. Look at that. It's coming along. I love it. Oh man, I love drawing. It's fun. Sometimes it's frustrating. Yeah, it's fun or frustrating. Yeah. Sometimes I can't get it. I've been there. If you haven't been there, you're not challenging yourself. You gotta challenge yourself like, oh my God, it's so hard. Yes, don't give up. Quitters don't win and winners don't quit. All right, here we go. Notice this hill. It starts right here. Oh, no, it doesn't. I just went over our house that's back there. Ah, see, I'm just talking, making mistakes now. This other house in the back goes in front of that. Yeah, see, there it goes in front. Yeah, there we go. I'll bring that a little bit down because that's kind of where it kind of goes. That house right there. See this house that goes back there. I missed it. I'm already adding this stuff in the front. Uh-oh. I got on my soapbox. I did. I got on my soapbox. Not making excuses. I know, excuses. Oh, I know it's funny. I play pickleball and there's people that just like, oh, it's my paddle. Oh, it's this, it's that. Well, it could be, but you don't play the blame game. You gotta take ownership and say, okay, I did that. I made that mistake. Learn from it so you don't do it again. Don't play the blame game. Blame thrower. All right, here we go. All right. Okay, I can see that the roof goes way up there. So this kind of goes down here. There's this triangle, this back house. All right, so from there to there, I'm trying to see how it fits right in here. It's this triangle that I'm trying to get to fit in there. There we go. That's it. That's that triangle right in there. Notice how it fits. It doesn't go all the way to the top. And that roof actually does go to the top, but I'm trying to get those two angles for that face of that building. And this is the door that goes right here, right about there, right in there. There's windows. You see this doors dark. There's one window line. Maybe I'll bring it out a little bit more. There it is. Right in there. Trying to get it all fit. It's like a puzzle. There we go. That looks good. Not too bad. Not too shabby. All right, there's two windows up here. This one is right there. Fits right in there. Now yeah, this window pane is dark. Not like the ones down here, which I made dark because it's easier just to darken it in instead of putting it light. And this would be a good picture, just a good drawing, just to color once you draw it out. Color it many ways. Use colored pencils, watercolors. Although watercolors can be kind of tough because you have to with watercolors you got to be really careful, but it's still doable. Maybe paint, maybe acrylics. There's our second window. Our second window's behind. See, you only see the top two. It's right in there. And if you need to put an axis line, because it is symmetrical, get that axis line in there to kind of see the spacing and the placement. All right, so yeah, it goes out here. Notice where this rooftop, way out here, that angle, it goes out over here, comes up, that same angle, comes up, and then down. Probably a little bit less on this side as it comes up. Now here, the bottom is curving. This is the hard part. The top curves, but then this bottom part, the snow. Let's do the left side first. I can see this point right here, this point right in there. See, I see the placement. So I'm going to go up to it. If you draw that point, it's like right in the middle. Goes up, and then it comes a little swoop down, a little almost like a J. Well, that is more like a J. And then it curves up and over. That's that snow on that top of that. And then it's dark underneath. That'll produce some contrast right in there. Boom. Goes over. And then here, there's another little bump down here, about a third of the way. Right there, that little bit of bump, a little curve. That really makes it look like there's snow on top of this. Ooh. Oh man, gotta make gingerbread houses with my granddaughter this year. That's gonna be fun. She's 5, so that's gonna be fun. She'll love that. She just baked her first cookies this week, so she's having fun cooking. All right. There we go. 2 houses down. 3 houses down, actually. 3 doors down. 2 to go. All right, that's looking good. I love it. Looking good, looking good. All right, so we got some curves going. We got this hill here up to that. Notice how it curves. It's underneath. And then this one curves down. And then there's this other curve. Ooh, back here. It's like, oh, there's this one does have a trunk. This one does have a trunk. I don't see a trunk for this tree. It's kind of weird, but it's all good. If you want to draw one in, draw one in. Nobody will know. All right, that looks good. Here, there's a like an S curve. This is what it is, and it's exactly an S. I can see that S, and I can see it go in and out. There, see that S right in there? That S is too light. Drawing too light. I can see that S, and I drew it in light, and I liked it. So now I need to go over. See, that's that S curve. Right there. See that S? And then there's a thickness to it. The bottom part just swoops onto it. And all that is shaded. That has a slight shade in that snow, that S around this side. Really slight because it's white. So it's a light shade, light gray right in there. Real quick, quick. There it is. All right. That looks good, looks good. And there's another one over here. This one is it's just a little oval shape. Well, happy holidays, everybody. This is December. December to remember. We'll see you in January. I hope. I think, yeah. We'll see. No, no, we won't be here in January. Wow. We'll have to maybe make that one up. So be on the lookout for that. That might be a different one. We're taking a little vacay. So that's going to be it's going to be put on hold. I'll put it in the meetup. Not like I did this last weekend. Last weekend's meetup. I kind of showed up and said, "Hey, we're not having one." That might happen. Hopefully not. All right, we're gonna get the bottom of this house in the back. This is the bottom of this house. I can see where it's at. It's horizontal, but you just gotta see, how high are we gonna go? It's gonna go a little bit below that roof dangling participle right there. We're gonna go across right in there. That's the bottom of that house that's in the back. It's in the back. It's overlapping. How do artists create space? This is a flat piece of paper. We use, dun, 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 those of you who are here, have been here, should know. What do I call it? Space pods. Pods. Because this follows space pods perfectly. P stands for placement. Things that are lower are closer, as in placement. This is a different kind of placement than the other one. But this is placement is as far as space. So things that are lower. So this is lower. It's closer. Higher. Higher up. As you go higher up, it's further away. And then O stands for overlapping. Everything overlaps. There's always something in front of something, something in front of something else. There's the house, and then the roof is on top of the house. Then you have this house behind it, and overlapping is the O. And then D is distance, but the distance. And distance is things that detail, actually. Things that are closer have more detail. Things that are further away usually have less detail and or have some space dissonance, which means it kind of turns blue or the background color. That goes more with painting. And then my favorite, the letter S, is size. Things that are closer are bigger, like this tree is closer, so it's bigger. This one further back, so it's a little bit smaller. Even just at this distance, I mean, I can put, see, what can we do? Fingers, you can see one finger looks bigger than the other. There it is. And the one that's closer looks bigger, but they're the same size. See, now, things that are, so it's size. So those are pods. Know the pods, space pods to create space. All right, all right. Okay, let's get this middle house done. We got two more houses still to do. And let's do the easy part, the triangle part. So all we really need to find is that center line. It's above our squares. It's going to be above, and it's above this one here. I'm trying to see how it relates. It's about this. It's about the same. It's around the same height where that one is. Right about there. I'm going to see that is that point. That's going to be our top, our t apex, the tip of our point. And that's going to come down now, there, at that angle. And this angle right in there, that triangle. That one. Bam. All right. Grateful, gratitudes. Even when your drawings don't come out nice, that's when you really know you're grateful. Say, oh man, this was fun. Didn't come out exactly the way I wanted it, but I'm grateful having this experience being out here, being able to try. All right, now we got a door here and another window. We got to fit them in. There's two windows, a little window at the top, bigger window here, and then the door. I'm gonna get the door in first. I'm gonna do the door. Then I can fit the window. There we go. There's the door. Little rectangle right in there. There's our door. Our window. Notice the top of that window goes where that door is, the top of that door. Right in there. Like a little puzzle. Fits. It fits. There we go. There's that window. Doesn't go all the way to the bottom. That was good approach. And then you've got the frame. And the window, I'm reversing it again because it's just too small to get all that detail. But if you can do it, great. The windows are white, not dark like this. And then there's like a little door with four as well. In the window, there's a little window in the door. I'm just going to put one little square. I can't draw that small. There it is. Then we got two windows up here. Oh, the one window. Yeah, well, one rectangle up here at the top. Yeah, we did it. All right, one more house. And this one is also, I think, broken down in fourths. Right in there. All right. There's a slight roof snow. The roof. All right, here we go. And this one has the top curves a little bit more, really giving it that if you can get that if you get it straight, that's fine. If not, there's a slight curve to it. Slight curve to it as it rolls over, really giving it that snow feel. That's really carrying some snow on that roof. That looks good. We got a tree back here on this left side. Right in there. Fits. Notice how it fits because there's also a chimney, I think. It's right in there. Comes up like a little oval behind there. And that has snow on it too. Yeah, ooh, this would be nice to use colored pencils, color it in. Somebody was saying in the when you sign up, I ask questions. Sometimes I forget to look, but I did look this today. Somebody wanted to draw plants. Somebody wanted to do cards like this, so this is perfect. I know I try to fill your requests. It's easier if you just post a picture. Some pictures are hard. I know when you're first learning to draw, some people pick really hard pictures. I try to break them down, but all right, there's a chimney here. It's got a little bit of a wave on it, and then a little bit of a rooftop, but it's kind of like a square at an angle. I'm putting it right there. And then, oh, we got the mountains in the back. One more house. Mountains and clouds and lions and tigers and bears. Saw some incredible clouds this weekend. All right, all right. Here we go. I'm gonna just draw the snow on top of the chimney. It's kind of like this W kind of shape, and then the chimney underneath. It's just like an angle there. That's it. And then here we go on this side. Let's do the tree on this side. I'm not. I still got that other house to do back here. But it's coming along. I like it. I like it. Sometimes it's like, oh my gosh, how am I going to break it down? I can do it. I know this is one of them. Like, I think I can break it down. And then once I got that one house, see, I saw that one square and I could see the other ones, seeing how it all just fits. And build my confidence. I can do it. There we go. Let's do this house. This tree is about as tall as this tree here. See, I'm looking for relationships. This one, it's smaller, it's lower than this tree. This one is already lower. See, I'm looking at the other ones. I know this one's gonna probably be about that high, right in there. See? And then I'm looking for those relationships. And then I just do it there and then down, right in there. See? Bam. And then there's a little bit of a snow curve right at the bottom. See that little, looks like a number 7. And then shade that bottom tree dark. And there's a little chimney here. Almost missed it on this over here. A little chimney. Squeeze it in. And then the sides. It's a little box, a little square. There's the chimney for that house. And then one more tree on this side. Man, we're almost, I think That's it. This is the last tree. Wow, this is the last tree. There's one tree right in here. I can see how high it goes, probably about the middle. See, right in there, looking for these relationships. Right in there. Right in there. Bring it down. A little curve up and down. See, we had our goal. Our goal was to draw these pictures, and we're shooting for it. Now you want to try to draw it from memory. Try to draw this from memory, or do a copy of it on your own. The more you practice, the more you progress. Yeah, because once a month is not going to cut it. You got to practice almost every day. This house in the back is dark, so I can shade it darker. I'm gonna go ahead and shade it. Just for the fun of it. If you need to catch up, give you a minute as I shade this darker. I'm gonna shade it pretty dark. Even with this pen, I can go in there pretty dark in there because this house is dark. Gives it a little bit of contrast. Contrast is difference. Contrast is one of the principles of art. There's 7 elements, 7 principles. Learn them. Learn the elements, learn the principles. The more you know them, if they're the controls, you get control of your artwork. 7 elements is line. We use line, shape, form, value, texture, and color. Color and value, those are the icing on the cake. Notice how this is dark, light. There's patterns of light and dark. Because that's dark, then it goes light, and then it goes dark. All right, that looks good. Let's get that. I'm not avoiding this house. Let's just get it done. All right, I can see the width of it. I know it's going to come up from here, and I know it's going to come up from right about there. See, I got my width now. That's my width. That's where it's going to be. How tall it is? Well, how tall? It's going to go above this tree and above that tree. It's right in here. See, I can see this tree. It's going to go up here. So I can lightly do that triangle, that top. And then actually that's not bad right there where I have that. So I kind of did it light. You can see a triangle and a rectangle underneath. Now there is snow, so I'm going to curve it all up. There's curving it here and there at the bottom, curving it as I put it in. And then I get the top. It has a slight curve to it as well. A slight slope, a slight curve. Probably not exactly like that. And there's like, kind of like a little bit of a shadow, so I'm going to add a little bit of a darkness underneath. As a shadow, gives it a little bit of depth as well. All right, and add the windows. Add the windows back here, rectangular windows. That's a tall house back there. It's really tall. There's the window panes. There's 4 of them. Right in there. Half and half. And a little bit of shade. Let's shade it. A little hatching. If you have a pencil, your shading will probably be smoother. I'm just getting it going the same one direction. One direction. Oh. Yeah, they went in different directions, and then that one guy went in the wrong direction. Oh, bad joke. All right, here we go. Too soon. Here we go. Let's see the chimney, the last chimney, and then we got the background. And then we're done. We are done. And I don't see anything in the chat. I don't know if somebody wants to draw something or if you have questions, we'll take questions. Or we'll just call it a night and say, hey, December to remember. There you go. Put a date on it. All right. Thanks for joining us. All right. We got the mountains. We'll start with this one, the one on the left, because it's in the front. And see, it starts right here from this chimney. I know it's going to come up here. There's a little bit of a curve, and then the apex of that mountain is going to be right up here, and then it comes down. See, I kind of just like, I kind of see the road and then take the road. I see the road and then take the road. See, I can kind of see it's going to be right about in there, right about down there. So, and I see where it starts. So then I can just do it. Let's just do it. It kind of goes up, curves, goes straight. And this is where the hump is, a little hump, and then down, easy peasy. There we go, easy peasy. Right there, a little hill. Then we got oh, there's no snow on those hills. There's no snow on the hills. There's a cloud right here. The cloud is three circles with a flat bottom. So do the flat bottom first, and then I do the three little circles. All right, one, two, and then three. Right in there. It looks like a Toy Story cloud. Then we're gonna do the shade on this mountain. It has two sides, the light side and the dark side. Right there, there's a curve, like an S curve, another S curve right in there, just like that. Bam. The dark side. And then there's snow. Ah, more circles, kind of like our happy circles that we did for our drawing. We got to get those circles in first before we do some of the shading, I think. There, little circles, little circles. One, two, three, big circle, little circle, one, another one. I think there's another one right there. Those, and then just shade. I'm going to shade one side of our mountain. This is the dark side of the mountain. The dark side. Use the force. And there's the dark side. If you're not having fun, you're not doing it right. You gotta have fun, especially when it's getting hard. It's like, oh my gosh. Okay, how can I turn it around? How can I turn it around? Happy little cloud right there. Yep, yep, yep. There it is. This shade really makes the snow on the trees pop because of contrast. There we go, contrast again. The snow can't have white without dark. Can't have light without dark. So you're shading this is a little bit of shade. Or if you want to save it and color it, you can color it with colored pencils. Oh, somebody else, that was another comment. They wanted to test out their colored pencils. So here's a perfect chance to test out your colored pencils. I'm shading now the light side, but not as dark. A little bit of shade on the mountain there. All right, our first mountain's done. We got another mountain, two mountains to do. Ooh, there's a cloud. We got to get that cloud that's on top. There's a cloud that's on top. There's overlapping right here. So let's get this cloud first. And there's a cloud that's going to be there. I'm going to bring it down just in case in case I'm going off my screen here. It's going to be right in here. I can do this too. Look at, I can see the whole cloud. The cloud, I can see it as an oval. It's going to be right in there. Right in there. So then that also helps to get the placement. Just seeing it as a shape, a simplified shape. There it is. So the bottom is flat. And we have four circles. So that one big circle right about there. That's the one big circle. One little circle there. That's the big circle. And then two circles on the side. One and the two. And that cloud is in front. Happy little cloud. All right, a little homage to Bob Ross. All right, so this hill goes under that cloud and then curves up and then hits, bam, hits that house right in there. Boom. And it's behind. So it goes like that. It's almost like a string that's holding up the cloud. A little string that's holding up the cloud. But it doesn't. It continues on this other side of the cloud. Now, let me see. I'll leave it so you can see it. This line kind of continues. Make sure to continue behind that cloud. Make sure it goes with the flow. Got to go with the flow. And then it just curves up and over like a little roller coaster. There it is. See? Curves up and over. There it is. And then all this is shaded, probably as dark as this one over here. This whole hill. There's little circles as well. But it should all kind of be shaded a little bit right in there. Just like slight shade to it. Coming along. Thank you for joining us. I think we're going to call it a night after this one. I don't think I see anything in the chat, questions or anything. It's good to have questions. It's prompting. Questions is thinking. Ask questions. Be curious. That's how you learn. That's how I learned how to draw. It's like, how did they do that? Asking questions. All right, we're almost done.
Yeah,
Yes.
I do have a question. I thought I put it in the chat. This is
Oh, let me
Leanna.
check. Oh, okay, hold on.
And I don't know if this is appropriate for here, but I'm stumped on this one painting.
Oh,
I
I
thought you
see.
might have
Oh, very
an
nice.
idea. I zoomed in on the red thing
Yeah,
and
yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, I see it. Hi, Liana. All right, so
yeah,
let's see. How finishing a painting, the red blotch is supposed to be a hibiscus, but I can change it, but what I think it needs is three red blossoms, maybe add another blossom plus a blood. bud, and I am just stumped on how to put it together. Maybe you have an idea. Ooh, huh, interesting. Um, okay. Oh, all right. I see your close up there. Yeah, that red really pops. I really like the way it pops. Yeah, you could use probably I don't know what medium are you using?
That's acrylic.
Oh, acrylic. Oh, okay. Acrylic. So yeah, you can paint on top. Um,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's just I think I'm almost done and darn it. See, we actually went to a nursery and
uh-huh.
painted outside, and these are an assemblage of the flowers that were at the nursery.
Right.
And there was only one hibiscus flower in the bunch, but
Ah.
now on my painting it looks stupid. So
No,
I,
it's you have it really is attracting a lot of attention. But it's good. It's good attention. It has a really nice pop. You might, yeah, add maybe some other little pop, a little red to bring your eye around. That's just
like
compositionally. That's an advanced stuff. Yeah, thinking about composition and thinking about yeah. So one of the principles of art is having that emphasis. If that's your emphasis, yeah, you still need some support because it's a really strong um, point.
yeah,
So yeah.
yeah. I'm thinking if I had a cluster, just two blossoms and a bud,
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah. Well, let's
think
finish
that
this
would
drawing
do it.
first, and then we're almost done with this one. And then we'll
Yeah,
we'll I can turn off the video, or actually, yeah, I can turn off the video. We can jump into that one a little bit.
yeah. I just thought if you had an idea, but not important.
Yeah, no, it is important. It's just it is definitely a little more advanced. I would actually I can put it into I'll put it into Photopea. Photopea would be good.
Oh,
So
huh,
yeah, I'll show you.
okay.
Yeah, we'll do that right now. I should
Anyway,
probably
yeah.
record.
Oh, I want to capture your sketch. That's very nice.
Oh, thank you. All right, here, let's see. Oop, okay, can't minimize, but all right. All right, we're just about finished. We've got this other mountain right here. This other mountain, it goes behind this tree. It just peeks out right in there. It comes down to there. I see where it starts, where it stops, and then just do the line. There's that part of that building, mountain building, and then it peeks out on this side, and then comes out onto that. I don't think I'm getting it as nice as I'd like, but that's okay. Then there's like an S curve in there as well. It kind of comes out. Another S curve. It goes under that tree. There's the dark side, and then there's the lighter side. Try to shade it a little bit lighter. It's pushing it back. It's almost the same value as the house that's in front of it, but I can actually make this house a little bit darker right in there. It is closer. Things usually fade away as they go in the distance. So you do want that contrast. All right. Okay. Whew. Two more clouds and we are done. And the snow, there's snow. You can take your time with the snow. The bottom, okay, so I can have one cloud here. See, I can block them in. There's one, and then this one's bigger. I can see it right in there. See how I just block it in? I know it's going to fit right in there. Fit right in there. See how I just did like an oval? And I would do it lightly. That helps with placement. Helps with placement. Trying to see the big picture. So the bottom is flat. And this is just three little half circles. One little one, one big one, and another one a little smaller. There we go. There's our one cloud. And this one has three on one side, or the big one, and two on one side and one on one side, if that makes sense. So here we go. Here's the flat bottom, one small one on one side, the one big one. It's the big one, Elizabeth. And then the two small ones on the right. There we go. Two smaller ones. There's a big cloud. Oh, I think I made it bigger than it had to be. It's all right. Yeah, I think I did. It's all good. Yep, yep, yep. Sometimes you're distracted. That happens. A little snow. And we're done. Look at that. That looks cute. Oh, I would love to color this. This would be good with watercolors, actually. It is a finicky thing. Watercolors. You just got to make sure you. All right. I made enough mistakes with watercolors. I've earned that badge. All right. All right,
Yeah,
let's
that's lovely. I was thinking gouache would be great because then you wouldn't have the um bleeding. This is pretty opaque.
oh yeah, gouache. Yeah. All right
Maybe
here.
I'll try it.
Uh-huh. All right, so thank you for joining us. We are going to go jump into something a little more advanced. So if you want to see how we do it, you can see how we do it. If not, it's all right. I'm going to share my screen, and then we're going to go into Photopea. Photopea is like Photoshop, but for free. All right, so let's do that. Let's see here. Let's go to that screen. Yeah, let's go to that screen. Share. There it is, that one. Okay, cool. So that's it. It's Photo P, PH, Photo P. I used to call it Photopia, Photopia, but then I actually heard the guy who created it, and he called it Photo P, and it's photo, Photopea, photopea.com. Go to photopea.com. Then new project. It is a little tough to understand, but here we go. New project. Oh, actually, I don't have to do that. I usually go there and then I go to print and then and I always use the letter. You can business card. I already have all these sizes already pre-made. I'm gonna close that. I don't have to go here to new project. I can go up here to file and then open, and I just downloaded it. So there's those. That's a painting I'm doing, working on those two hands. And it just downloaded, so it should be under downloads. And no, it's not there. I just downloaded it. Gallery, maybe? No. Huh, interesting. How else can we get it in there? Where did it go? I downloaded it. Fly me to the moon. All right, let's cancel that. All right, how are we going to do this then? Oh, something in the chat. Let's take a quick look. Something new. How do you guys show your drawings? Oh, good question. You can show them. Yeah, that'd be great. We can take a little break before we get to Photo P. If you'd like to show your drawings, see what you did, you can just put them to the camera and I can highlight you. If you'd like to show your drawings, that'd be great. If you want me to, I can stop recording or I can pause recording. I know sometimes it's and that's great. That's pause recording if you'd like. Pause. All right. This is a light sketch. Oh, 5 by 7. All right, somebody else. All right, we're going to continue here. We're going to see. I think you should be able to see my screen. I'm not sure. So I am going to be doing Photopea. Let's continue with Photopea here. We have a person's drawing. I think this is we just had showed it right now. All right, let's go to Photopea. Oh, that's what I was struggling with. We're trying to, let's see, why don't we do this? Oh, I just downloaded it. So let me try it one more time. I'll probably download it again. This one. Uh-huh. There we go. Oh no, this is what I can do. I'm gonna click on it and I'm gonna screenshot it. See, it's all problem solving. It's all figuring this out. Ooh, I love those textures. Wow, that's really cool. Now that I'm looking at it bigger, I love those textures. And you see how you have this dark around it? That red really makes it pop, that darkness. So if you put that red
Is
somewhere
that,
else.
are you displaying something? Am I
Oh, yes, I
missing?
am, but you don't see it, huh? Okay, you
Hmm.
know what? Because hold on, I think I have to display my screen, not my I think I'm just let me go back and stop. Mm, okay, somebody. Oh, okay. Hold on, let me just let me.
I'm using a particularly vibrant style that actually starts with that deep red underneath it, and then
Oh,
the
okay.
colors on top. So you got that. It's actually a orange red, or you would call it red light. It's very
Uh-huh.
orangey. And so it peeks through all over. And then I also used it in here. So it's deliberately vibrant. Now, the hibiscus itself is more red than
Uh-huh.
orange red. So it'll still pop on its own, but I don't know how to finish it.
Yes, I'm a little unclear on your question. I think I'm thinking that your the red is too what exactly trouble are
Well,
you having?
what
Uh-huh,
that
go ahead.
one red blot for the hibiscus, it looks stupid by itself.
Yeah.
So what do I add?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
on there.
So no, 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 no. Yeah, it is taking it doesn't I think I understand what you're saying. So let me see. I don't know where oh, let me get rid of this. Maybe this will help. There we go. I don't know. I'm gonna share again, see if that works. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna share my screen. See if that entire screen. Yeah, that's what I'm sharing. Share. Okay, good. All right, so
Okay, there we go.
all right,
There's a
good.
thing.
All right, good. So then let's say all right. Well, I'm gonna screenshot. That's what I'm gonna do. Let's see, I think I'm gonna close this one. Mm. Close that one. I am the king of tabs. All right, all right. So this is gonna get a little more complex. So if you guys can hang in there, great. If not, always have a great happy holidays. I'm going to use Photopea. Let's see, I'm going to screenshot this. So that'll probably be the easiest way to do it. So I'm going to screenshot
Mhm.
this. I'm going to capture that. There we go. And
And
it's just, all I'm going to do is copy paste, watch.
sure,
So I'm going to capture that and put it in Photopea. All right, cool. So what you're having, this is a really good and it deals with something more advanced called composition, how you compose stuff, just like a composer. We think
right.
about, how things flow and how things, we want to bring the eye around. And this is a great emphasis. So if you do, you can put some more red into it. Um, I don't know. Yeah, let's see. Here we go. Or you can actually even make it bigger, but and put more. I don't know. It depends. So it's just playing with it. Let's see. Open Photopea. All right, I did screenshot that. Let's open Photopea. There we go. Ah, there it is. All right, cool. Now I can do it. Now I can actually go to file. Let's make a new project. That'll be it. What if there's the letter one? Do it in the letter. Create. There it goes. That's it. And then I'm going to paste Control V, and there it is. There's your picture. I can go up to edit, and and this is not downloading anything. This is straight from the internet, the webs, and I'm free transforming it, making it bigger. I'm going to
This
crop
is
it right
really
now. There we go.
this is really interesting. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. And I'm going to crop that. Yeah, it's fun. It's digital stuff. There we go. I think I'm gonna crop that there, then crop it one more time. I
Well, I think
could,
it's fun for coming up with some mock-ups and ideas on how to,
yeah,
do we add three purple ones or two blue ones or different
right.
kinds
And
of
you
the
can play
thing.
with it here. Right, right, right. You can play with it here, and it'll play with it a little bit. Yeah, yeah. Purple ones are. I would. That's what I would. I would just go ahead and let me see. All right, so there it is. Let me close some of this stuff up so you can have more space. There it is. I can zoom in a little bit more. There we go. Make better use of the space. You have this add to the right, but that's what you get for free. I'm going to go ahead and use my selection tool, this one. Just a rectangle. Oh, let's do an ellipse. And then I'm going to select that space right there, that red.
Oh,
And then I can just copy paste it. Control C, Control V, and just pasted it. Now I use the move tool. This is the move tool up here. There's a lot to it. I mean, it's it, and then I can move it. See?
okay,
And then I can and it becomes a layer. There's layers here. I can go here
sure.
to the layers so you can see the layers, but um I'm just gonna now I'm gonna select it. Actually, I'm gonna go up to edit and free transform it, make it smaller, and then now you have this that'll bring your eye over for composition because this is like a focal point and it's right at the third. So you're following the rule of thirds, but now you can
Okay,
put
sure,
this
sure.
in other places, right? A little bit smaller.
Yeah.
One over here, right there. Click OK. See, right there. And I can go over here and make a copy of that. There's that. That's layer two. and drag that down. I don't know if it's going to get too complicated, but drag it down. There it is. There's another copy. Close that. Oops. I don't like the way that works. That's one thing that's kind of funky. There, that's it. I just have a copy and they're on top of each other. I can click and drag it and move it. See, there it is. I can make it smaller, bigger, and I can play with the composition, put it somewhere else. Usually a fives work or an odd number.
Right.
Um, yeah, so there's that one. I can make it smaller. I can go to edit, free transform. Where's it at? Oh yeah, here it is. Free transform. That and that. See, that makes it like that. I can go a little bit smaller. And this brings your eye around now. Your eye
Hmm.
kind of like your eye
Well,
bounces.
yeah, you could. Okay, I'm getting the idea now.
Yeah.
I'm thinking I might just tuck one right on top of those other flowers. So from the big one, go down and to the left a little bit and kind of
Right,
mush
right,
it in
right.
there. Okay, I can figure that out. All right.
Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can copy that one. Control C, Control V, paste it again. Let me see. Yeah, there it is. Now I can just
But
paste another one. Yeah.
if I think already I can tell if I just add a couple more of that red.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need much, just
No,
enough
you don't.
to pull it together and then I'm done.
Yeah. It pulls it together, pulls it together. And that brings unity to the piece. That's another principle. You want to bring unity to the piece. It was standing out too much. But it's still a focal point. That's what they call it, a focal point. But
Mm.
and that's composition, right? So those are the principles and now you have kind of like a rhythm, and you have yeah, because there's really nice rhythm with the your plant on the left has a really nice rhythm. Maybe paste one more. Let me see. I'll bring it over here. I don't know. You have to,
Yeah, the nursery has a lot of succulents, so that's actually the succulent um blossoms.
oh, succulent blossom, nice.
Yeah,
I love the
yeah.
texture on this thing. I'm gonna zoom in. Wow, that's really cool. I love that texture. Well, thank you for sharing, and hopefully it helped other people too. It's composition and how you put things together, what story you want to tell.
Mhm.
Yeah, very good. I love your signature. All right, we're gonna call it a night. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you maybe next month. I don't know. I think I have to change the date because I'm gonna be going away. So I will change the date probably maybe 2 days earlier. Maybe it'll be a Monday. Oh no, is that oh yeah, we'll figure it out. But be on the lookout. It'll be on the meetup, and we'll see everybody. Bye-bye, everybody.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Oh, there's more stuff in the chat. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Wow, what a great tool, Photo P. Yeah, thanks for showing. You're welcome. Have fun vacation. Ladio, see you on the next one. Thank you very much for these lessons. Happy holidays, everyone. Wish you all happy holidays. Thanks so much. Great class. You're welcome. Bye-bye.